Hey everyone, welcome back. When it comes to movement, Skyrim feels simple and a little dated, so today I want to explore a collection of mods that both improve upon the existing Skyrim movement and ones that add completely new mechanics to the game, altogether making your gameplay more responsive and modern. First up is introducing a dodge mechanic to the game, and for this we will be using the mod called TK Dodge RE. Very simply, this mod gives you the ability to perform a dodge to utilize in combat and either dodge an incoming attack or extend the distance between you and an enemy. TK Dodge also provides a lot of versatility with the freedom to adjust different settings, switching between a roll or step dodge and changing how much stamina is required to actually perform the dodge itself, providing some form of balance. It also works in both first person and third person, however the main reason I use TK Dodge is because of all the different animations available. Some examples I tend to use most often include the classic roll dodge inspired by Elden Ring, an acrobatic step dodge featuring left and right flips, or the expansive sorcerer animation that turns you into a cloud of smoke. All of these links will be down below, but there are many more out there as well for you to discover by yourself. Overall, it's a very responsive dodge mechanic that fits seamlessly into Skyrim combat. Next is actually one of my favourite mods of all time, simply called Crouch Sliding. It's a feature that has appeared in many other games that allows you to perform a slide when sprinting, and this mod does exactly that. When sprinting, if you then press the crouch key, your character will slide before entering the sneak state, which is already great and provides a seamless transition from sprinting to sneaking. But this mod also allows you to use it offensively, where if you slide into an NPC or other creature, you can push them over or even send them flying off to their death. Great for taking out an enemy or two, and an overall fun mod to use. Then we have the mod called Better Jumping SE, which aims to fix a few things with jumping from the original game. If you can remember, in Skyrim you cannot perform a sprint jump, which is both perplexing and frustrating. However, this mod fixes that by not only allowing you to jump while sprinting, but also keeping your momentum so it feels more natural. On top of that, it comes with a configuration file where you can add even more features to your jump. First is the ability to adjust the height multiplier so you can jump as high or low as you want. And secondly, you can give yourself the ability to perform a double jump. Technically, you could adjust this setting to include as many consecutive jumps as you wish, but I would only recommend using at most 2, otherwise you will just break the game. Altogether, this mod makes jumping a lot better and more productive to use in Skyrim. Staying with jumping is the Jumping Attack mod, again a very simple mod that allows you to attack when jumping, a feature not originally a part of the game. Being able to perform an attack while jumping isn't super useful for melee weapons, but where this mod really shines is with the bow and arrow, allowing you to attempt trick shots and take down your enemies in style, especially when paired with the slow time perk, a simple mechanic but one that makes combat a little bit richer. And another new mechanic to use while jumping is the mod called Simple Air Dash and Air Attack, which allows you to perform an air dash when jumping to propel yourself forwards. You can also perform an air attack during the air dash to attack a nearby NPC. This one is a little more unrealistic and may not be for everyone, but it is very fun to use and you can traverse the landscape or certain towns and cities fairly quickly. However, the air dash is considered an attack and will make any NPCs in the vicinity hostile towards you, so use at your own risk. Otherwise, it's just a fun parkour type movement mod. And for even more aerial capabilities, we have the classic Skyrim Paraglider mod, a pretty huge addition to the game that totally opens up the map, allowing you to look out from the top of a mountain and just jump as you wish, then safely glide to anywhere you want. This mod is incredibly satisfying to use and makes traversing the landscape and skies of Skyrim much more fun and enjoyable, as well as encouraging you to explore and find new places on the map. It also comes with a spell which will give you a little boost of air to propel you higher and avoid hitting the ground. This essentially allows you to fly around the whole map as you please. Overall, this mod fits perfectly within the world of Skyrim and feels as if it has always belonged. I highly recommend giving this mod a go. Next is a relatively new mod called SkyClimb, which takes advantage of the EVG traversal framework. If you can remember, this framework allowed you to scale certain walls and ledges in specific areas on the map, but now with SkyClimb, this mechanic is opened up to the entire world. Essentially, you can walk up to any ledge within a suitable height and traverse up and over as you please. The prompt to climb up is indicated by a glowing ball of light telling you the ledge is within distance to be traversed. Then simply press the jump key and off you climb. This mod is quickly becoming one of my favourites, and while you may encounter a few oddities, for the most part it works very well, and solves one of the issues of being able to vertically scale the landscape around the world, a movement mechanic that many modern games now have. Next is the vastly popular mod called True Directional Movement that I'm sure many of you have already heard about and probably already use, but it is essential to making Skyrim movement more modern, so I had to include it. Essentially, this mod will detach the camera from your character and give you full 360-degree movement similar to other games. It feels completely natural to use and provides a smooth gameplay experience. It also includes other features such as a lock-on ability to lock on to a target nearby, which is great for ranged and magic gameplay. However, if you do prefer to keep some vanilla elements to your gameplay, this mod does come with an extensive MCM where you can adjust or disable most features such as keeping the vanilla style camera during combat so you can still perform sideways and backwards power attacks. Overall, I consider this an essential mod for any modern Skyrim mod list. And lastly, I just want to cover the animation mods I use for walking, running and sprinting for those interested. For walking and running, I use the Goetia animations, which come in two versions for both male and female characters. These provide a very natural and relaxed walking style that I enjoy and will complement your gameplay very well. Regarding sprint animations, I have recently been enjoying the new dynamic sprint mod, which dynamically changes your sprint animation depending on the type of weapon you're wielding, as well as whether you are in or out of combat. I really enjoy the variety this mod adds and feel it brings a lot of immersion to the game. The animations are also all fantastic and feel very smooth. Another amazing mod that I highly recommend trying out. And that's all I have for you today. Movement tech is one of my favourite things to explore in games, so I hope you enjoyed and found a couple of gems to make your gameplay that much better. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.